yes, tomorrow is Purge night. They all laughed, pointed fingers, humiliated me. But tomorrow, they won't be laughing anymore. So with the powers vested in me on Purge night, I now pronounce you man and Funko Pop. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on this video. My name is Chris. I just got done watching the Forever Purge, and this time around, it's the 5th installment in the Purge franchise, where in the previous movie, we got to look at the first ever Purge. We now go back to a current state in the world of the Purge, where they have reinstated it, and now people have decided to continue purging past the one day they're allowed to purge. That's all pretty much said without giving any spoilers to you guys. This is a spoiler-free review. Now, as far as how I feel on the Purge franchise in general, I've always been kind of hit or miss on it, because I think the premise of the movies is just always so cool. One night a year where crime is completely legal, you can do whatever you want. I think that has always held the door wide open for such endless, crazy, cool possibilities. But now with 5 movies in this franchise, I'm 50-50 with some of these being good and some of these being ones I really wouldn't want to watch again. Specifically, now having seen the Forever Purge, I'm gonna put it on the side that it would be one I'd watch again. And even with me saying that I believe the Forever Purge belongs on the side of some of the better Purge movies, that's not saying a whole lot. Speaking on what I did really like about this movie, it might even be for personal reasons, because every Purge movie has a political message. And that's always a part of the Purge movies that just get me so uninterested, so bored, so like, I just want to see people go crazy in interesting, crazy scenarios on Purge night. Why are we talking about founding fathers and this rich guy making this so the poor die? Every movie we gotta have a damn speech about, oh, they made this just to get rid of us. They don't want us here. This is a trap. Yeah, okay, so what? Kill somebody with a chainsaw now. Where you go into some movies expecting a little bit of deep storytelling, nice metaphors in there. For the Purge, I always went in just to see some crazy disaster in an entertaining fashion. But with the Forever Purge, it was a political message that I kind of understand and have lived my whole life through, because the main theme in here is with immigration, and how in this Purge, the people who organized to have the Purge going on forever past the given day were wanting to specifically target foreigners, eradicate them from the US because they think they're a plague on the country. So this whole notion of our main characters now having to race to the border to escape the US so that they can be free, I thought was an interesting take on the franchise. And me myself being Hispanic, I heavily related with some of the themes in here of that. I definitely know if the Purge was real, you'd have people on that side who would do nothing on Purge night but to kill other people of different races. Is just a fact. I thought they even did something brilliant with the main characters involved in this movie. I liked these 2 leads. I thought they were very fun to watch and you wanted to see them get through the Purge night, but attached to that, they had an American couple that I absolutely hated at the beginning of the movie, and I thought the film was setting up for something to happen with their characters, and I was like, oh, I can't wait for it to go down. Just show me that scene already, because I can't stand this man. And as the film progressed, I found myself now caring for this character I hated a minute ago, wanting to see them succeed in their mission, and that's something I've never had happen before in a Purge franchise. I also thought this installment of the Purge did a lot better job with the suspense, because they have a main goal, they have a time frame where they need to go to Mexico or else they're trapped in the US forever, where it's an apocalyptic purge, and the movie just constantly reminding you how much time they have left, an obstacle that gets in their way, oh, they're not going to be able to make it, or are they? Who's going to survive? Who's not going to survive? I was actually invested in that and on the edge of my seat of like, oh, come on, make it out. I hope they're okay. But at the end of the day, that same political message that I found kind of intriguing and attached to, a lot of people will think of it as really too heavy-handed, as pushing an agenda, that I could see the movie trying to put up a mirror to society and people rolling their eyes like, oh my god, I came to the theater to escape this world, not be reminded of the horrors. And speaking of horror, I don't even know if you could categorize the Purge movies as a horror movie, because I feel like they've delved into the world of being action movies now. Also thought the movie did a horrible job with setting up a main bad guy in this film, because like I said, the ultimate goal of these characters are to get across the border so they're safe from the US, and along the way they meet a couple of people that try to stop them, and I felt like the movie would have been a lot stronger if they had one main center bad guy follow them throughout. Instead they just randomly throw in, oh, this guy hates him now and he's gonna follow him to death. Oh wait, now it's gonna be this guy, now it's this guy. So I'll stand by saying I enjoy this movie, but it has still not changed my overall enjoyment of the entire Purge franchise. I still just kind of feel meh on it, and now with 5 movies in, I don't don't really know if there's something else you could do to really elevate things. The writer of this movie went ahead and said he has an idea for a sixth movie, that Jason Blum and Universal likes it, so if by the end of this weekend it makes a lot of money, you can bet they're gonna make another Purge. So with the Forever Purge, I'm gonna give action 2.5 stars here. Like I said, these have delved into becoming action movies more than horror films, but it's really up close shaky cam that it's not the most pleasurable action to watch. Comedy in the movie, I'm gonna give it 1.5 stars. There's not really a lot of funny moments in here. Of course, there's some funny stuff that happens to certain characters, but as far as the movie purposely throwing out a joke to get a chuckle out of you, there's not very many of those. Drama in the movie, I'm gonna give it 2.5 stars, and that's a little more than I was expecting to get for a Purge movie. It's like I said, they always boggle it down with this same political message of the rich versus the poor, and the Purge was just created to kill the poor, but they kind of turned things around here and addressed more immigration problems. I thought it was pretty unique. Horror in the movie, I'm gonna give it 2 stars. That's mainly a lot for the blood, gore, and violence in this film. There's not a lot of bodies actually being dropped. Of course, you get the occasional cutscene where you see what other people are doing on Purge night, but I doubt anybody will really be frightened by watching this movie. Suspense of the film, I am gonna give it 3 stars though, because I thought they did a great job with building up some suspense. You are worried about some of these characters making it out. Plus, you add in that they only have a certain amount of time to get out. I think the majority will be on the edge of their seat. So for casual fans of Purge movies, I'm gonna give this a B-. For cinephiles, I'm gonna give it a B-. And critically, I'm going to give it a C-. Only if you're a fan of the Purge franchise, I think this is one worth watching in theaters. Like I said, only if you're a fan of the Purge franchise will you actually find some enjoyment out of this. This isn't going to be the one rare occasion Purge movie that'll flip your mind and go, whoa, this whole franchise is not what I expected. It's about more or less the same, but they take some creative turns. Let me know what you guys thought. If you guys see the Purge movie, if you ended up hating it, please let me know down below. I'm sure there's some people that will. What do you dislike about the Purge franchise? Which is your favorite Purge movie? I think mine still might be Anarchy. Be sure to leave your thoughts down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at 3C Film Review. As always, I'm Chris. Take care.